doing I've used my techniques from spheres and added those in. And I've also painted a little bit and did some value in blending. So you can use a variety of materials here. I would say you should think about some sort of color scheme. As you can see, I've got some oranges, purples, and yellows going on, and then this pretty like teal blue. I'm going to try and continue those colors in different places and probably somewhere down here. That helps create unity, which is one of your principles of art. And creating unity within a painting, color is one way you can create unity by repeating different colors throughout your project. So I am layering some colors. I am using Prismacolors. You do not have to use Prismacolors, that's just what I have here. Regular colored pencils work too. Prismacolors just have a lot of really cool things you can do when it comes to blending. You can layer them a lot more before it stops, because there's a point where you just can't put down any more layers. So I'm going to go and kind of go back and forth with my layers. Creates this nice smoothness within my painting. When it comes to painting, a lot of you guys like it, but then it gets super messy, right? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about maybe how to avoid that. When you're painting, always make sure you mix your colors one at a time. So keeping them separate. I just changed my mind. So I'm going to repeat this where I start with yellow and go to orange, and I'm going to do that in this little corner here. It's up to you to decide where one part of your painting ends and the other, maybe a new color, begins based on the lines you made. You can paint over the top of them like I did here, or you can use them as walls and barriers. So I'm going to keep my yellow nice and clean, washing out my brush before I add it, because yellow is the hardest color to keep clean. So you always start with the lightest color when you're painting and wash your brush out in between colors. Now I'm going to add a little bit of water to my paper. Keep in mind this is not watercolor paper, although some of you do have watercolor sketchbooks, so this will actually look even better in yours. And then I'm going to start bringing in my orange. I want a nice gradual blend in colors. I will tell you, there's really no right or wrong way to paint this. Just make sure you're listening to music like Kandinsky did. I was listening to music earlier when I started this. It's kind of hard for me to play music and then you guys hear me. I don't want you to be distracted, nor do I. I will get distracted, because when I start listening to music, I stop talking. And then I might even continue my orange and add in a new color. I might put in some red going around this teal box. I think I could do that just right here at the end. So I'm still washing my brush out between colors. And then here where the colors overlap, I'm really going to work hard at that blending. And that takes practice, and this is a great way for you to practice. Because the cool part about paint is if you don't like it, you let it dry and you paint over it. You can also draw on top of it once it's dry. So if you want to continue or add patterns into your art, you can do that after it's dry. With your colored pencils. Markers, it won't work so much on. And then maybe I'll do a pattern within that. So, your goal is to create. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to create.